So in this video, we're gonna make our own digital compass using 3-axis magnetometer, but with a twist. So the code for it and the connection diagram all will be generated here by AI and not me. Yes, another thing is I haven't used this sensor before and I don't even know which libraries are needed to make it work and how to connect it with the microcontroller. Well, I don't know anything. So now let's test both the sensor and the AI IDE and let's see how much time and effort it requires to build a complete project out of knowing nothing at all. So I'll quickly set up my computer and take you all to that AI IDE, and in the meantime, you enjoy this informative ad break. So this video is sponsored by Altium, and you must have already heard about Altium software a lot from my videos, but you may ask that, hey Sachin, I'm a student, I can't afford Altium license, or else I don't know how to use it. Well, I got a special news for you all people. So Altium came up with something really exciting for all the students in India called as Altium Student Lab, in which you can enroll for free with your university email ID, and later you'll get free access to Altium license, PCB design courses, and certification as well from Altium upon completion of the courses, which will truly highlight your resume. And the most amazing thing about using and learning Altium software is that this software is accepted globally by a lot of well-known tech companies. So if you are a student from India, well, you should not miss out this opportunity. Just click the link mentioned in the description right now and enroll for free for Altium Student Lab. So now to test that sensor by letting AI to write the code for us, we'll be using the application from Embedr. So for that, you need to go to embedr.app website, which will land you upon this page, and you need to download their software, which is available for Windows, Mac, and Linux operating system. Okay, in my case, I already downloaded for Mac OS, and let me tell you, the supported boards here. So there are, as of now, while recording this video, 1549 supported boards in it, which includes ESP, which includes Arduino, SAMD, Nordic, RP2040, and a lot others. So I think majority of the boards are already covered in this. Okay, and today for this particular demo, we'll be using the board from ESP, which is Xiao ESP32C3 board. Okay, so anyways, let's try to test it out. So let me just open that software. Okay, so here it is, and definitely you need to make an account here and log in into your account. In my case, I'm already logged in, and they do have a free plan as well. Okay, so now here we need to describe what we want to make. So let's type it out. So I'll say write a code to test out, and I'll type the sensors model number QMC5583L magnetometer connected with the Xiao ESP32C3, and I want to visualize the data on serial monitor along with the direction. And also, if the sensor requires calibration, do add the calibration logic as well. Okay, so as in every other AI, we need to write a detailed and specific prompt to get the best results out of it. Okay, so I've written the prompt with a couple of typos, but I'll ignore it. And after writing this, what you can say, prompt, you need to select the target board. In my case, it is Xiao ESP32C3. And later you can select the models as well. I'll keep Gemini 3.0 Pro as of now. And later I'll just press the enter button, and it automatically generated a project name. We can rename it as well if we want, but I'll keep it as it is and click on create project. And now assume I'm a non-tech guy. I don't know what the sensor is, what libraries I will need, how to write the code. Even I don't know how to connect this board with the Xiao ESP32C3 board. I don't know anything about this particular thing, but I want to start playing with this particular sensor right now, right here on the same platform, same software. Okay, so let's just see how much this AI can help a non-techie, you can say, to start playing with a completely new sensor. Okay, let's wait for it. So as you can see, it found 10 libraries for this particular sensor, and now it's thinking which library to be used, and will write a demo code of it and maybe add some calibration logic as well, as I asked it to do. Okay, we got the code as well on the left window. It's an Arduino based code. It's still thinking, so let's wait for it. Okay, so it successfully wrote the code, and now this IDE is compiling the code, whether the code gets successfully compiled for this particular board or not. And if there is some compilation error, it will automatically modify whatever things are required. But in this case, it got successfully compiled. So now I think it will start uploading or maybe do something else. Okay, it is writing okay, it gives the instructions. I have written the code of this particular sensor with your Xiao C3 board, and here are the wiring instructions. So this is what I wanted as a non-techie, because I don't know how to connect the sensor with the board, but this gave it in a detailed like pin-to-pin manner. VCC will go to 3.3 volt ground to ground, SDA to the D4 of the SHAO C3, and SCL to the D5 of the board of the SHAO C3, right? And what this code does, it also explains what's going on the backend inside the code. And the next step is just flash the code, open the serial monitor, calibrate for 15 seconds, and view the data. Perfect. Let's see how does this work. So in my case, I already made the connection of the SHAO C3 board with this magnetometer sensor, same as shown in this particular connection or wiring guide, you can say. And now what I'll do is I'll select the board, which is already selected by the way, and I'll select the COM port. But before that, I need to connect this board via USB port. So I forgot to mention, we can upload the code from the same IDE itself. Okay, so we don't need to switch into any other IDE. So yeah, this is the port. I'll select it, and now I'll just hit the upload button, and let's wait for the code to get uploaded, and later I'll see if this works or not. Okay, compilation successful. It's still uploading. Oh, upload failed because of the port. I think the serial monitor is open somewhere. Let me just cross check if this port is opened in any other IDE or not. Okay, so I found that the serial monitor was opened here in the Arduino IDE. So I'll close it, and let's go back to that software. And now let's try to hit the upload button and see if this works or not this time. Compilation successful. And this time the upload is successful as well. Okay, so now let me just turn on the camera and show you the hardware along with the serial monitor response. Okay, so here is the hardware. As you can see, SHAO C3 with this magnetometer, and here on the screen I'll open the serial monitor. I'll click on the connect button, and as you can see, it started giving us the data, but everything is 0. Okay, let me just press the reset button and I'll click on the connect button. Please rotate. Okay, in the figure 8 pattern. Oh, please rotate in the figure 8 pattern. Okay, calibration completed, and it's not getting any kind of data on the screen for some reason. So let's just ask this particular IDE that the code was uploaded, but we are getting 0, 0, 0 in the serial monitor. We are not getting any data. Let's tell this IDE that everything was successful, like the upload was successful, but we are not getting the data. Okay, so let's see what it does now. Okay, it's modified the main.c++ file. It's building the code once again. So here this AI IDE is trying to regenerate the code and upload it by itself to see what's the actual problem. So it was reading the serial monitor and found out that the address was not correct. So it found the correct address, which was 2C, and later it modified the code, entered the correct I2C address, recompiled it and uploaded it, and finally it started working and we started getting the data on serial monitor. Okay, so on the serial monitor, it says working after doing a lot of modifications, and on the serial monitor, we're also getting the data. And if I rotate this sensor, as you can see, the degree is also changing, and also the direction is changing, like east, west, north, south, southeast, and everything. So I think this is working fine now. Okay, yes, this code was completely written, modified, everything was done by this particular AI by just giving the prompt for it. But still there's something missing. Like we need something to visualize on the screen, like a pointer towards a particular direction, towards a north direction, you can say, just like a compass, right? So let's try to ask this agent that it's working, but now write a code to add a 0.96 inch OLED with SHAO ESP32C3 to visualize the direction in same way like a compass. Okay, let's just press enter and let's AI modify the code and give us a new code. So again, it found different libraries, because yes, the OLED screen do require separate library to display any text or any kind of image onto that particular screen. Until it generates this particular code, let's just connect this OLED screen with the hardware. Now I am a techie, I know the connections, but let's wait for this AI and see if this AI can give the connections for the OLED as well or not. But let me just connect it to save time. Okay, so it is now compiling the new code along with the OLED. Okay, it's already started flashing the project, but it didn't give us that pin connection. So yeah, still let's wait for this code to get uploaded. Okay, code uploaded successfully. And yes, the code started working, and it also gave us the connection diagram for the OLED as well. So even if you are non-techie, well, this IDE will support you with hardware, coding, everything. So now here, let me show you the demo. So, and on the screen, as you can see, we are getting started getting the data, but let me just reset this board and calibrate it. So I'll reset it and let's wait. So compass booting, rotate the sensor in the figure 8. I think this is the figure 8, the infinity symbol. I hope I'm doing it correctly. And there is also loading bar, which is really nice animation. Okay, calibration done. Let me just put it here on the desk. And okay. So yeah, now it is pointing towards the north, and yeah, this is working like a compass. Everything is working fine. I was able to test this sensor. Okay, I was able to visualize it on the serial monitor with the Shao board. And I'm also getting the degree as well. And even if I connect it with the serial monitor, I'm getting the serial monitor response as well. So that's it. Like, this IDE do help us with the new sensor, with the connection diagram, with the code, and not just with the code, with the successful code that should work. In between, it was not working. This IDE automatically uploaded the code, read the serial monitor response, modified the code, again read the serial monitor response, and made sure that it should be a working code. This is like the best use of AI. And if some people like to compare it with the ChatGPT or Claude, well, let me tell you, ChatGPT or Claude cannot see the serial monitor response. Like, they will generate the code, then you will copy the code, paste it into IDE, generate the response. If it is not working, you will copy the error, paste it inside the ChatGPT, generate a new code, copy, paste. So you will do a to and fro between AI agent or LLM model to your IDE, and this is kind of the combination of the both. It will automatically share the code, share the error, everything, and will try to rebuild the code and make sure the final code should be a successfully working code for you. So that was a quick demo about using Embedr and AI-based IDE to build your own electronic-based projects. And well, not just electronics, but it can also help you to build your IoT and AI-based projects as well. For example, here I asked this AI IDE to write a code to display the live Bitcoin price on the OLED screen. And as you can see, I'm able to see the price in INR. And this was done in just one single attempt. So truly, this is a game changer for all the startups who are struggling to get their first prototype working ready, as this IDE will make that happen for them by just writing the prompt for it. But on the other side, I do have a question for electronic students, like, should they learn this programming language to build their own electronic based projects, or should they start mastering this kind of AI based tools to get their work done? What do you think? Do share your thoughts down in the comments, and let's discuss about the influence of AI in present and future of electronics. And yeah, with that being said, I'm just ending this video here, and now just wait for my next video, and then explore, learn, share with me, techiesms.